How to correctly approach a label without coming off needy and desperate.
If I should wait, 'cause you ain't got no.
Hey guys, welcome to the studio. Today I'm really quick, just here for like 20 minutes max. There's something important personal I have to take care of for the rest of the day. I will tell you everything about it at the end of the video. I don't want to ruin the mood right away starting this video. So it's time for an emergency Q&A. First up, when will be your Splice sample pack released? I honestly absolutely don't know. I already finished it a month ago. The cover is done, the samples are done. Just waiting for Splice to let me know when it will be released. They said something about next month, but I still don't know when. What happened to the cycling plans? Yeah, let's not talk about that. Yeah. Do you have a strategy for Spotify pitches before the official release? My last 5 releases get no playlist support by Spotify at all. Getting Spotify support is nowadays extremely hard. Like, the majors are so involved and connected to Spotify, it's almost impossible for smaller labels. I also didn't get any support for my last 5 releases by Spotify. You have to make sure you support your song yourself. Spotify will then support you with the algorithm. If a lot of people listen to your song from start to finish and like it and save it and listen again to it, it will be pushed to other people. And if they also like it, do the same, it will be pushed to more people. So just the algorithm can generate you quite a lot. If that's not happening, then your song is just usually not good enough and people just don't like it. Some people don't want to hear that, but the algorithm is actually quite fair. It promotes the songs that people like to listen to. How to correctly approach a label without coming off needy and desperate? That's pretty simple. Just write them an email to their demo email address and say, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah. That's my DJ project. I'm a DJ and producer from, and then straight away the links to the songs, and then underneath I would usually have like a little segment, 5 sentences about yourself and about your project, but mostly like about your project, like past releases. That's something important. If you already DJ, if you tour, if there's anything special about you, and like keep it short and simple. If they love the songs, they will get back to you, ask you more, or just check you out and check out your socials. Any collabs that you can share on the album? I did a collaboration with like singers for every single song. Every single song will have vocals on it, so I'm collaborating with singer and songwriters, but there will be no collaboration with another producer. I just like making music on my own. The second someone else is involved, it just doesn't feel right. I don't know. I'm not really pro collaborations. Do you have a template that you always start with in Logic? Yes, every single time I have an auto load where everything is set up, all of the effects, all of the channels. It just makes the workflow a lot faster. I even have like preloaded samples in my sampler so that I just hit play and I already have like a standard house beat to just play chords to straight away. I even made an entire video about the template. I will link it up there, and at the end of the video, if you're interested in that, it's still the same template, although it's actually a quite old video. How much time do you usually spend making chords when you start a new track, and what is your typical workflow? I just play the chords. I'm not the best piano player, but for chords it's enough. And I might tweak it in the computer and correct it, but yeah, it shouldn't take more than like 4 or 5 minutes. How do you master? I actually don't master my tracks myself once they are being released. I make sure someone else is mastering just to have someone to double check it and squeeze out the last 2% out of the song. Nowadays, mastering is more about getting it loud without destroying the sound than actually mastering anything. Do you have any brothers or sisters? No, unfortunately not. I'm the only one. I was probably already enough trouble for my parents. Could I work for you as an editor for free? I don't know if you mean like for the videos, but no. I'm editing them myself. It's just not possible on a daily basis to send the files to someone else to edit it, send it back, correct it. Just doesn't make sense. Like, as long as I'm doing this, I will have to do it myself. And editing music, also not. Like, that's my music. I do everything myself. So no, but thanks for asking. Should I buy a used Mac Pro for making music, or better a new MacBook? This really depends on your needs, but for making music, a 1-year-old MacBook Pro with enough RAM should be enough without any problem, actually. And you definitely save a lot. Just don't buy the 2018 version. That one sucks because, yeah, the overheating. Here's someone that is producing already for 1.5 years and is asking me if it's worth to take mentorship and paying for it. It really depends on who is teaching you what and what you want to achieve and how good you are. But yeah, having someone that helps you to learn music production in person is definitely worth a lot, especially at the beginning. So if you can afford it and you're serious about making music for a living one day and just getting better, then yes, maybe try it. And if it doesn't work, you can anyways cancel it anytime. When is the next time you're DJing in your hometown Düsseldorf? I actually don't really know. There is no club here in my hometown where I could actually play the music that I love. Like the last time I played in a techno club, and I love techno music. I used to produce techno music, so I'm familiar with it, but that's not what I'm doing at the moment. So it's kind of weird to go to a club and see me play and then I'm playing techno. Doesn't really suit like my production style. Which are the top 5 countries to immigrate to as a music producer or DJ to find more opportunities and make valuable connects? I'd say for like the pop kind of stuff, probably LA. For deep house, techno, Berlin, definitely. For like drum and bass, it's probably more London. For techno, Italy also is quite alright, at least during the summer. But at the end, it doesn't really matter. If you make good stuff, send it out to the right people, they won't even care where you're from. So the world is small enough, you can travel anywhere by plane within like a day. So just sit at home, make good music, send it out to the right people, and then go from there. Like with the internet, I don't think, I mean, yes, it will benefit you if you relocate to a place that has a music scene, to a big city, but it's not mandatory. Just make good music and people will notice and people will support you. How did you learn music production? Basically by myself and like back in the days watching some of the Future Music Mag videos. And then just by trying out, reading online about how things work, and again, trying out, spending a lot of time, but no one actually taught it. Like I learned it myself. When to start releasing original songs, how to figure out the right time. I'd say once you find a label that is interested enough in it to release it. If you self-release, you have to be really cautious because you might regret after half a year that song is out there. So yeah, send it out to a label. If they like it, you're good enough and ready to go. By the way, if you want to release on my label, there's a link down below in the description where you can drop your demos. Speaking of demos, hey Jon, I was wondering if you were interested in releasing my next single on Accents. Here's the private link. Please don't send me any links on Instagram because it's on my phone and I can't really listen to the songs in good quality. Please, again, the link down below, just send it there. We will listen to it 100% and get back to you if we like it. Planning to buy a new headphone for DJing as well as a bit of production while traveling. Should I go for Sennheiser HD25 Audio Technica? I don't know, I haven't tested all of these, but to be honest, if you're looking for headphones that work for DJing and music production, it will probably not really work. Like the DJing headphones, good ones, they're actually quite bass heavy because you need to hear like the beat to beat match, and the studio ones should be flat, so having both in one, this just can't really work. I would just buy them separately. Any advice to get the underground attention? I think he means like the underground music scene, like getting into it is quite hard because there it's not only about the quality of your song, it needs to have a certain twist and weirdness, and you need to be extremely well connected, and you have to have this cool factor. If they don't think you're cool, there's no way you get into it. You have to be one of those like hipster dudes that just follows like whatever is right now trendy, which changes every half year. So yeah, good luck. What's the best way to gain fans who are not in the music industry? Make good music that people love. It's really that simple. Last question for today. What is your take on the Matthew Coma versus Zed situation? I mean, if you didn't hear about it, like Coma is the singer, songwriter, or just a songwriter of like some of the Zed songs. and he didn't feel credited in the right way. I don't know, like Coma is saying he got screwed, and Zed says, I didn't screw him, I always mentioned him, and everything went the right way. Without further details, I can't really tell, but I can understand both sides, because I've been on both sides, and the best way is to, before making anything public, to maybe just speak and tell the other person, hey, I'm a little frustrated because this and that didn't happen. And once they do not respond, or once they just tell you there is nothing, please stop complaining, then maybe make it public. But I would always first try to reach out to that person, because most of the time those things are just misunderstandings, or could be solved very easily with just taking a little action. So yeah, that's it already for today. I will now leave. As you might remember, I told you a couple of days ago, Vanessa's grandpa is in the hospital. They called today, Vanessa and her family, and told them to just come by and say goodbye, which is really, really sad. So I will now pick up Vanessa, drive over to the hospital, and just take care of her. And yeah, life is short, guys. Just do whatever feels right for you. You never know when it might be over. So yeah, enjoy every second, every single second.